Good morning. Subject name is EE 8403 Measurement and Instrumentation. The main objective of this subject is to educate on the comparison between various measurement techniques and introduce the fundamentals of electrical and electronic instrument, and also they introduce various storage and display devices. Here the unit 1 is introduction, unit 2 is electrical and electronics instruments, unit 3 is comparison methods of measurements, unit 4 is storage and display devices, and unit 5 is transducer and data acquisition system. Now we discuss about unit 1 introduction. In this unit we discuss functional elements of instruments, static and dynamic characteristics, errors in measurement, statistical evaluation of measurement data, and standard and calibration. Basically, measurement. The measurement of a given quantity is essentially an act or the result of comparison between the quantity and predefined standard. Basic requirements of measurement. There are two types of requirements. The standard used for comparison purpose must be accurately defined and should be commonly accepted. And second one is the apparatus used and the method adopted must be probable. Measuring instruments. It may be defined as a device for determining the value or magnitude of a quantity or variable. Methods of measurements. There are two types of methods used. First one is direct method, second one is indirect method. Direct method, the name itself directly compared with the standard, and indirect method is not always possible and practicable. It mainly engineering application measurement systems are used which require need of indirect method of measurement purpose. Evaluations of instruments. There are three evaluations of instruments: mechanical, electrical and electronics. In this, mechanical instruments are very reliable for static and stable conditions. In electrical, it is faster than the mechanical. It responds of 0.5 to 24 seconds. And last instruments is electronic instrument. It is more than reliable when compared to other systems like mechanical and electrical. It uses semiconductor devices and weak signals. Classification of instruments. There are two types of classification instruments: absolute instrument and secondary instrument. Absolute instrument given the magnitude if the quantity under measurement terms of physical constant of instrument. And secondary instrument, these instruments are calibrated by the comparison with the absolute the instruments. Next we discuss about functional elements of an instrument. Most of the measurement system contain three main functional elements. They are primary sensing element, variable conversion element, data presentation element. Now we discuss about primary sensing element. The quantity under measurement makes its first contact with the primary sensing element of measurement system. That is unknown quantity which is to be measured is first detected by primary sensor, which gives the output in a different analog form. The output is converted to signal by transducer. Basically, transducer means which converts energy from one form to another. The first stage of measurement system is known as detector transducer stage. Next, variable conversion element. The output of the primary sensing element may be electrical signal of any form. It may be voltage, a frequency or some other electrical parameter. Third is variable manufacturing element. The function of this element is to manipulate the signal presented to preserving the original nature of the signal. It is not necessary that variable manufacturing element should follow the variable conversion element. Some non-linear process like modulation, deduction, sampling, filtering, chopping, etc. The next stage of measurement system process is conversion is called signal condition. The term signal condition includes many other functions in addition to variable conversion and variable manipulation. The primary sensing element in any instrument or measurement system is called conditioning element. Data presentation element before the data transmission element. When the elements of the instruments are actually physically separated, it becomes necessary to transmit data from one to another. The element that performs function is called data transmission element. And last block is data presentation element. The information about the quantity under measurement has to be converted to the personnel handling the instruments or system for monitoring, control or analyze purpose. These devices may be unlocked to digital indicating instruments like ammeter, voltmeter, etc. The recorder like magnetic tapes, high-speed cameras, TV equipment, CRT printers may be used. For control and analyzing purpose, microprocessor or computers may be used. The final stage in measurement system is known in terminating the stage. Next we discuss about static and dynamic characteristics. The performance characteristics of an instrument are mainly divided into two categories: static categories, dynamic characteristics. Static characteristics, the set of criteria defined for the instruments which are used to measure the quantities which are slowly varying with time or mostly constant. That is, do not vary with the time. It is called static characteristics. The various static characteristics are accuracy, precision, sensitivity, linearity, reproducibility, repeatability, resolution, threshold, drift, stability, tolerance, and range or span. Now we discuss about one by one. First one, accuracy. It is the degree of closeness with which reading the approaches the true value of the quantity to be measured. The accuracy can be expressed in point accuracy, accuracy as percentage of scale span, accuracy as percentage of true value. Point accuracy, such accuracy is specified at only the particular point of scale. Accuracy as the percentage of scale span. When an instrument has uniform scale, it is accuracy may be expressed. And last one, accuracy as percentage of true value. The best way to convey the idea of accuracy is to specify it in terms of the true value. Next static characteristics is precision. It is the measure of reproducibility. That is, given a fixed value of quantity, precision is measure of the degree agreement within a group of measurement. The precision considers two characteristics: conformability and number of significant figures. Third one is sensitivity. The sensitivity denotes the smallest change in the measurement value to which in the instrument responds. It is defined as the ratio changes in the output of an instrument to a change in the value of quantity to be measurement. Next, linearity. The linearity is defined as the ability to reproduce the input characteristics symmetrically and linearly. And the next one, non-linearity. It is the ratio between the maximum deviation of output from the idealized straight line and full scale reading. Next, reproducibility. It is the degree of closeness with which a given value may be repeatedly measured. Repeatability. It is defined as the variation of scale reading and random in nature. Drift. Drift may be classified into three categories: zero drift, span drift, and span shift and zonal drift. Next one, resolution. If the input is slowly increased from some arbitrary input value, it will be again found that output does not change at all until certain increment is exited. Next we will discuss about threshold. If the instrument input is increased by very gradually from the zero, there will be some minimum value below which no output changes can be detected. This minimum value is defined by the threshold in the instrument. Next, we discuss about dynamic characteristics. The set of criteria defined for the instruments which are changes rapidly with the time is called dynamic characteristics. The various static characteristics are speed response, measuring lag, fidelity, dynamic error. Speed of response, it is defined as the rapidly with which the measurement system responds to change in the measured quantity. Measuring lag, it is the delay in the response of measurement system to changes in the measured quantity. Fidelity, it is defined as the degree to which a measurement system indicates changes in the measured quantity without dynamic error. And last one is dynamic error. It is the difference between the true value of the quantity changing with the time and the value indicated by the measurement system. If no static error is assumed, it is also called measurement error. Next topic is we discuss about errors in measurement. Basically errors, it is the difference between the actual value and the output value. The errors can be obtained in three types. One is Gauss error, systematic error and random errors. Gauss error. The Gauss errors mainly occur due to carelessness or lack of experience of a human being. These errors also occur due to incorrect adjustment of instruments. These errors cannot be treated mathematically. These errors also called as personal errors. Next one we discuss about systematic error. A constant uniform deviation of the operation of an instrument is known as systematic error. The systematic errors are mainly due to shortcoming of the instruments and the characteristics of the material used in the instrument. There are two types of systematic errors. One, instrumental errors, environmental errors or observational errors. Instrumental errors, these errors can be mainly categorized as three reasons: shortcoming of instruments, miscellaneous of instruments, loading effects. Next we discuss about random error. Some errors still result through the systematic and the instrumental errors are reduced or at least accounted for. The causes of which errors are known as, and hence the errors are called random errors. Next topic is statistical evaluation of measurement data. The random errors cannot be determined in the ordinary process of measurement. Such errors treated mathematically. The mathematical analysis of the various instruments or measurement is called statistical analysis of the data. Statistical analysis, the same reading taken of number of times, generally using different observers, different instruments and by different way of measurement. The statistical analysis help to determine analytical to uncertainty of the final test result. Arithmetic mean and random median. When the number of readings of the same measurements are taken, the most likely value from the set of measurement value is arithmetic mean of the number of reading taken. Mathematically, arithmetic mean is can be defined as x bar equal to x1, x2 up to n number of xn. That is, xn is the number of n number of readings. Next, average deviation. The deviation tells us about the departure of given reading from the arithmetic mean of the data set. Average deviation mathematically defined as di equal to xi minus x bar. Here di is the deviation of the ith reading of readings, xi is the value of the ith reading and x bar is the arithmetic mean. The average deviation is defined as the sum of the absolute value of the deviation divided by the number of reading. This is also called mean deviation. And last topic of unit 1 is standard and calibration. First we discuss about calibration. It is the process of making an adjustment or marking a scale so that the reading of instrument agree with the accepted and the certified standard. The calibration is the procedure for determining the correct values of measured by the comparison with the standard ones. The standard device which comparison is made is called standard instrument. This instrument which is known and is to be calibrated is called test instrument. Thus in calibration, test instruments is compared with the standard instruments. Type of calibrations method. There are two types: direct calibration and indirect calibration. Direct calibration, a source or generator applies a known input to the meter under test. Indirect calibration, the test instrument is compared with the response standard instrument of the same type. And next we discuss about standard. All the instruments are calibrated at the time of manufacture against measurement standard. A standard of measurement is a physical representation of a unit of measurement. A standard means accurate measure of physical quantity. There are different type of standard measurements are classified as international standards, primary standard, secondary standard and working standard. Now we will discuss about international standard. It is defined as the international agreement. This standards as mentioned above maintained at the international laboratories. Primary standards, these are highly accurate absolute standards which can be used as ultimate reference standards. These primary standards are maintained at national standard laboratories in different countries. This standard representation fundamental units as well as some electrical and mechanical derived units are calibrated independently by absolute measurements at each of the national laboratories. Secondary standards, as mentioned above, the primary standards are not available for use outside the national laboratories. The various industries need some reference standards. So, to protect highly accurate primary standards, the secondary standards are maintained, which are designed and constructed from the absolute standards. These are used by the measurement and calibration laboratories in industries and are maintained by the particular industry to which they belong. And last one is working standard. These are the basic tool of measurement laboratory and are used to check and calibrate the instruments used in the laboratory for accuracy and the performance. Thank you.